What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Another little car talk for you guys about another issue that I hear people bring up pretty often, especially when it comes to like these clone fragrances or like the cheaper houses. A lot of people will tell me that they don't like a lot of clone fragrances, or maybe any specific fragrance for that matter, because the opening is too synthetic, or the opening is too harsh, or they just don't like the opening for whatever reason. But here's the thing, bro. I get it. A nice opening in a fragrance is great. But in my opinion, the dry down matters far more than the opening. And for me to not like a fragrance because I don't like the opening for the first few seconds to maybe first few minutes, it's kind of crazy, because let's be real. When do most of us put on a fragrance? When we're heading out the door. We put on a fragrance when we're going to work, when we're going to meet up with friends, we're going on a date, we're just going to the store. Whatever we're doing, we're putting on a fragrance, yes, because we enjoy it ourselves, but also because it's something we want to add to our outfit or add to our presentation of ourselves to the world, right? That's why as much people say, I don't care about compliments. They don't mean everything, but we all love compliments. Like, it's human nature. Let's be real. So nobody else is going to really probably enjoy the fragrance that you're portraying to the world until it dries down anyway. Like, let's say you're leaving the house heading to a restaurant. It's probably going to take you 10 minutes to a half hour to get to the restaurant. Let's say you're going to work. Same thing. It's probably going to, take you 10 minutes to a half hour, hopefully not much more, to get to work. So again, I've never understood the people that make a major big deal out of the opening of a fragrance. Some fragrances that I love the most these days, I don't really like the opening that much. And again, I'll give you that some of these really expensive fragrance houses, in my experience, do have much more well-balanced, clean, maybe not so much clean, that might be taken as more like a scent itself, but much more well-balanced, higher quality smelling openings. But again, I personally don't care about that very much. That's why I typically lean to clone houses and more budget-friendly fragrances, because I get more excited about that. I get more excited about getting a really good fragrance for a great price. Even if I won the lottery, I'm probably not going to buy Creed fragrances. I'm probably not going to buy fragrances that are, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now, do I own some? Of course I do. Have I spent more money than I probably should have on fragrances? Of course I have. I'm not opposed to buying Creed. I'm not opposed to buying any good, high quality fragrances. I'm just saying, to most people, it's not in their budget to do that, and it's not necessary to do that. As much as a lot of people get mad when you say that, it is no longer, in 2024, 2025, it is no longer necessary at all to ever buy some expensive niche fragrance. Now, not saying it's a waste of money. If it rocks your world, have at it. But nobody's going to convince me that it's necessary. Nobody's going to convince me that pound for pound, these budget-friendly alternatives are not as good. They are as good. In fact, they are way, way better. It's not even measurable how much better clone fragrances are than their more expensive counterparts. And I know that's going to be controversial to some of you guys, but understand, I'm saying pound for pound, quality for price, for what it's achieving, it's not going to be better. It's not. You can sit there and say that the quality is going to be better, and yeah, you're right. The quality will be better, but is it pound for pound better? Is it $300, $400, $500 better compared to a $20, $30, $50 fragrance? You're never going to convince me that it is. And again, I'm not knocking people that love niche fragrances. I enjoy them too. I just think that most of the niche fragrances I've smelled were not worth the money. Maybe I'm just a cheapskate. Say what you will. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I just want to remind you guys, don't always give up on a fragrance because it might have a synthetic cheap opening. It's all right, man. It's all right. That's how they can bottle these fragrances much cheaper than some of their more expensive counterparts. The dry down matters far more than the opening, in my opinion. Comment down below. Let me know if you disagree. I respect your opinion, but to me, if an opening's not that great, I'll just live with it as long as it dries down and develops, I like it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I somewhere in the middle? Like the video if you did like the video. Like I always tell you guys, that helps me out a lot. Lets YouTube know the video's worthwhile and the channel's worthwhile. Tells YouTube that you like the video. Maybe someone else will like it too. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I'm going to leave you the way I always try to leave you. Take your vitamins. Hit the gym. Always stay improving. That's very important. Along with smelling good, you need to be healthy and you should always be improving. God bless. Be well. I'm out.